Making this version, David Rudkin says, "I have rendered line by line not an abstract linguistic equivalent of the Greek, but what I understand its living significance to be. I want to encounter what the Greek dramatists are saying to me, not what they once said to someone else." In this production, Fedra is played by Sian Phillips, Hippolytus by Anton Lesser, the King by Norman Rodway, and the Nurse by Constance Chapman. The action of Hippolytus takes place on the terrace of the palace, above the shore of a gulf, before the greater deep.
Aphrodite, some have called me. In each of you, you're reaching out toward another in desire. All you are well familiar with my deep compulsion in your flesh. I am as necessary in you each as any moral, mental, higher attribute of man. Look everywhere, end to end of this earth. I tell you, yield me my due celebration, I enhance you. Rank me some baser nature you would rise above, I bring you falling. We are many forces, delighting each in our fulfillment in you. Your reconcilement of us is for you to make into whole being. See now, and watch how this is so. I have my opposite in nature, equally at work in you. Artemis. That force that would retract you each into yourself alone. A solitaryhood more terrible than any chastity. Think, if I am yourself yielding, giving out into the human throng, then she must be... Let this man show, since to her all his life is given. Hippolytus, he whose horses run amok. An eldest son, illegitimate. His father a national hero, liberator, founder of the present state. His mother long dead, a woman of wilder culture. His father's king now, with legitimate princes, a legitimate queen. Not for this man any of the giving and surrender that I am. For this Hippolytus I rank the most debasing principle of all existence. Hippolytus touch other. Hippolytus let other touch Hippolytus. Where then can his world be? What world? There, out, away, high, beyond city, habitation, man. Alone, among the mountain peaks, and length and depth of the green wild forest, in pursuit of all things living, to exterminate them from the earth. Hippolytus to kill, the killed to die. Hippolytus live on untouched. The mystery of each creature solitary in its life and dying, he can neither know nor share. All nature is a separateness from him, contained, impenetrable. He makes a virgin of the earth. That's his celebration. Thus his a rarer intercourse than ordinary men. I don't begrudge him. How should I? There is a mystery in the earth that ever retreats unknowable to you, and you are poor in whom your spark of elemental solitary dies. But where in this Hippolytus world is any human foreground, my domain? By so transcending man, he's so much less. I will not be neglected in him. It can't be done. And live. I come to make my claim. A woman's living heart is here, desiring him. and very little else I need to do. The queen, Fedra, brightness, daughter of another race the king has mastered, had only to be brought here, step foot on this strange land, set eyes on this Hippolytus, her husband's son, to be seized in the heart with him, my will working its cruelest worst. Desire for him. Incestuous, forbidden. Though I rip from her, she must contain me, her suppression of me wasting her to death, and no one any indication what her sickness is. Not for long. The cry in the heart will out. And the king, at what he finds, shall wrongfully unleash upon this son of his a monstrous judgment. And this shall be a landscape of such death. And Fedra shall be dead, for all her good name be secured, self no less dead. So what if she's the price of my necessity? I cut my path through to the man I must. I fight for my necessity, and I shall be exalted. Home is the hunter. Home from his communion in the wild. No eyes for me, nor for what gates of darkness roll asunder at his feet. If he but knew how he would drink this sunlight in. It is his last.
Join with me. All of you. Join with me. Feel, even in this civic place, the presence of her, Artemis. She, it is, shapes in each of us the solitary mystery we each are. Still self within. Tumult of no world can touch. Lady, lady, by your grim hatching are we separated out from flux of nature. By you, I am what I, Hippolytus, am. So too, the flower itself, even the rock. Oh, lady, lady in the earth, Artemis, who ever recede from me, beyond my knowing. Hear me. Hear my love. Such imperfect imitation, my poor chastity of clay. More than any of all the powers that shape our being, more than any, most you ravish me. Away from the city, where the mountain slope begins, there is a high green meadow. Strange stillness. No one comes near but feels a sanctuary dread. The grass is left to grow, and the long wild flowers. The shepherd knows. To bring his flock to graze would be a trespass. The ploughman knows. Your presence there. To break your earth with cultivating tools, a violation. All bow their heads and back away. They leave the streams to do your husbanding. Through it, only the bee in spring may come, random, from flower to flower, about what work among them nature needs. How could I enter, cut you this wild crown of flowers, and yet not do you a defilement? Lady, from a still chastity of heart, if we are not allotted at our birth, no schooling can induce. In such a spirit only can your flowers be to pick. O Lady of the Earth, my love, my love, accept my gift. This crown for you, of your own flowers, these hands, in awe, have plucked and woven. Oh, to be only man, yet one you choose for blessing with your richest prize, to let me come there where your being touches mine and talk with you, though knowing I must never be vouchsafed so little as one glimpse of you, and me still only in the morning of my life. Oh, all my day be so, until my darkness.
Sir, not to call you master, our master's more than any man. Would you accept advice from me? I offer for your sake.
I must. Never let it be said Hippolytus refused to learn.
Good. For if there's any one sure rule for living, man's experience has taught him.
Yes? Tell me.
Beware the rigid self that would deny our life its fullness.
Oh, yes, indeed. Such is a force for nothing but oppression in the world.
While a more accepting, open-natured man brings what among us, would you say? A gladness.
Very much so. Also, his own gains come the easier for him.
I wonder, of the laws at work within us, could the same be said, by these we stand to be gladdened or oppressed?
Their workings make us what we are.
There's one such force, whose will in you seem unready to confront.
Which? There are aspects of our nature we do better not to name.
Your sexuality, sir. An aspect of being alive.
I acknowledge the erotic principle as fact.
All the same, a force that turns oppressive when denied, and has its value in our lives.
We each have our priorities.
I wish you joy, then, of choices sanely made.
I find it an unlovely principle that works its wonders only in the dark.
Man is a manifold creation. Grow, sir, to honor all of him.
I'm hungry. See my men fed. The hunt gives one an appetite. Also, my horses need activity. I want them groomed and gleaming, ready for exercise. Along the sandbar there, between the lake and the sea. I must eat. As for your erotic, not for me.
He knows it all. I'll say that I know better. Our will is not the master of our destiny, we think. Larger forces working, we must accommodate. This moral certainty of the young, so vehement, so vain. I fear for him. There has to be a human love within him. Nature, be patient, midwife. Bring him to wholeness before some damage.
From the ocean, they say, our water comes, distilled on its long journey through the earth to break from the rock. Winter and summer always flowing to fill deep the pool we use for our city well. It was there, from a woman I know, downstream of me, washing red dresses, spreading them out on the humps of the rocks in the hot sun to dry, that I first heard about the Queen. Sick, she said, wasting away in her bed, refusing to come out into the air or light or let anyone see her face, but keeps her fair head shrouded in a veil. And now she's begun to starve herself. For 2 whole days she's eaten nothing. In her unspoken pain, course set upon one destination only, the dark harbour of death. Poor child, is your mind in trouble? I have dreamed the horned man piping nethers of a beast, my own womanhood hag-shrunken mocking me, the thud of the heart a pulsing presence, shapes of my desires compelling. I have dreamed, too, myself hounded through a world turned enemy, friends malign, charged with my extinction. But to dream these wake, under that sun, fine strand of the reason breached, day self flooding with the tumult of our dreams. It could be a misery more domestic. The king by night has found some other bed. Here some other woman's breast on which to graze his head, and you must lie on alone. Or down in the harbour a ship put in, a man come, news for the queen from her home country, to rivet you to your bed with grief. Pregnancy, onset of that can make us quite irrationally depressed. Who'd be a woman? First flutter in the belly, and suddenly we're so alone. Vessel of grim hatching nature, quick with another life, that in its own ripe time to be itself shall tear from me, and I could die of it. Not that I have so far. I've been lucky. Here she is. Oh, look at her. So failed. So changed.
Help me. Oh, the miseries of our flesh on its journey to corruption. The ugliness once the health begins to go. I don't know what to do that's right for you or what could be wrong. Here's your sunlight. Here's your bright open air. Now look at you, miserable, scowling. Outside, you said, outside. No sooner out, you want back in again. Always what you haven't, and you can't have more my lady's pleasure. Who'd be a nurse? I'd change places with you any day. A simple matter being sick. It's the poor soul has to minister to you, has all the misery and toil. Who'd be alive? Work, work, work. If being dead's an any more attractive prospect, he keeps it well and truly cloaked. I have to say, that Lord of Night. In dread of him, we cling like desperate lovers to whatever flickering gleam it is that keeps us going in this world, knowing nothing of what awaits us in that other. Yet we will torture ourselves. Help me. This frame of my own flesh and won't obey me. Sit me up, head straight. Support me. Even these queen's arms refuse her. Lift them. This, binding up my hair so tight and heavy, weighing me, off me, my hair about my shoulders, free.
There, daughter, there, and not to thrash about so. Accept your pain. Dignity will help. My lady is the queen. Yet only flesh born so into struggle.
Such thirst, so burning, never be quenched. The virgin water, spring of it, burst, flowing, drink of it, never. In the meadow, never lie. Beneath the tall black poplars along the stream, never lay this head among the long wild flowers.
Daughter, not so loud. This sick dreaming you want the world to hear. Hold to who you are.
Bring me away to where the mountain slopes begin. I'll set my face toward the forest there, amid the tall pines. Look! A hunted creature's leaping for her life. The hounds that do their murder in the wild are panting for her blood. They're all but on her, ravening to fasten their jaws into her flesh. Help me, pity on me, help me there. Oh, to cry to them, tear her, head back, arm up, spear raised, shaft tip, hurl at her.
Child, what reaching is this? What's hounds and hunting in your world, or wandering in the wild for water? A gentle slope
Right by the palace here flow streams enough. Thirst can be quenched much nearer home.
Oh, to be other than I am! To belong between the still salt lake and pounding of the deep, along the strand, among the riders at their exercise, the thunder of their hooves. They're breaking in the young wild stallions, kings of the north, to make a company of them, and I am exiled from their celebration.
Now what raving! One moment all for mountain country, panting after blood of creatures of the wild. Now for the sandbar there, and craving horseman's work. More than doctor diagnose this, that can have pulled my poor child up so sharp and spilled your senses so awry.
Phaedra, what was I doing? In what unseemly wandering from my good mind? The queen was not the queen. It was a mockery of her spoke. Oh, I'm so ashamed. Cover me from human sight. Here were things said were better never spoken. Hide me. Tears are coming. The queen weep. No one must see. And how not weep? I'm in my right mind now, and it is fire. Delirium is some deliverance, but so ugly. Our best forgetting is to die.
There, hidden, weep. A moment shall come, the lord of that long night shall cover me so. How near is he? Oh, my poor child. I've lived long enough, I should know better. Our involvements with each other can root too deep. If we must care, be sure the bonds we form are supple. For intensifying as we may, or thrusting from us when we must. Thus never let another cause us too much pain. And yet it is my business to keep the queen alive. There is some reaching in her here. Whatever it be, this I'll say, and I am not alone. To die for want of anything cannot be right.
Forgive me. This sickness of Her Majesty, what is it?
I don't know how to begin finding out. She tells me nothing.
Not even what brought it on?
Her answer to all my questions is the same. This silence.
So wasted she looks, so harrowed.
How else should she look? Third day now she hasn't eaten.
Has she lost all sense of what she's doing? Or does she mean to die?
Either way, death's what'll happen.
Then how can the king not intervene?
He isn't here to prevent it.
Sometimes we must be forceful with the sick. Surely you can make her speak.
There isn't one approach I haven't tried. Always this resistance. But hers is not the only will at work here. I've my will too, and my will shall prevail. See for yourself. To tell the world for me when a lady's in danger, the service I'll do. Come on now, child. This mute resistance is so wrong. I can do nothing but guess. Is it this? Is it that? Give me at least some indication I come near the truth or not. Say anything. Look at me. I should have spared myself the effort. Nothing I've said has reached to her at all. So be it. Die then, since your resolution is so fixed. Forsake your little children to the plunder that must fall on them when you are gone. The king might be their father, but he has also that other elder son, here when you came, the illegitimate. When did that inhibit him? You imagine your children's property and rights will be safe with him? Little you know, Hippolytus. I touch you.
Deeper than you know. The sound of that man's name is more than my poor heart can bear.
You're lucid enough. Act lucid, then. Forestall him. Stay alive.
I love my children, but for this storm in me by which I am so driven.
Not guilt. Your hands are clean of blood.
Oh, nothing done. A soiling in the heart.
Someone's ill will you have aroused. Thought of that is eating you away.
Oh, far from hatred makes this waste of me. No will of his against all will of mine.
Your husband. The king has hurt you. Some hurt he's done.
I am the king's good wife. World never see me otherwise.
What is it then? Such anguish it can hound you from the earth.
Oh, leave me to offend. I do you no offence.
Leave you to die? You shall not make me fail you so.
Your hand from me. You molest me. Leave me, I say.
I take you, I hold you. I shall not let you be until you share with me the burden of this heart.
Oh, little you know. The misery you wish upon yourself, little you know.
What misery worse for me than fail to reach you now, where most you needed me?
Know this, and die. For all that, this I do brings me its honour too.
So, a truth to your credit, and you keep it hidden.
How else? Where from what's foul I build my victory?
We admire you more when we know what you have overcome.
I've said enough. Leave go of me!
You wrong me. I offer you my trust. Refuse me that and you dishonour me.
Trust? Yes. Not to trust you is to dishonour you.
Then I insist no further. Word rests with you.
Oh, my poor mother! How that fever in her must have burned.
Child? Your mother? Her savage passion for beast itself, that you mean?
I am my sister's sister, too. She yielded, and the havoc came.
My child, what's happened to you? This casting back at your own blood?
The blood now rises up to take its claim of me, and here lie three of us.
What are you trying to reveal and dare not?
Now, Fedra enters in on her inheritance.
There must be plainer words for this.
Oh, words. You speak them for me, then. What words must out?
I've not that power to read what lies unspoken in another's mind.
Then tell me this. When we say of someone they're in love, what do we mean?
Why, child, that there is an other. All our being gladdens that he walks this earth for us. Though he can leave our heart in ashes, too.
The ashes of it are all I'll know.
What? My child in love? Why? Who?
Someone. You've mentioned him. Only now. The
Hippolytus, you're saying?
You speak the name, not I.
Oh, child, child. How can I be nurse to this? Bad nurse? To save you, bring you him? Outrage a husband, violate a father, plunge us in disorder? Good nurse? Deny you, yet denied you also die? Then I can be no nurse at all. You burn my occupation from me, and I am nothing. I may as well cast myself into that sea. What monstrousness is here we thought so lovely? Power of desire come ugly. Wife, mother, queen, all her good ordering consumed away. She fallen into beast again. Not love, but death is in possession here. Day turns enemy and sun is dark.
So this is it.
The Queen's affliction, now it speaks its name. Her husband's son. Oh, lady, our flesh must be a very feeding ground of pain. Never such extremity of heart be mine. I'll sooner die. Poor Queen, in this abominable desire so burning. Count yourself no longer with the living, now your sick heart's open to the sight of man. What ordeal now does this day hold for you? From here it's unknown country for us all. If any wonder what worst waste in us desire can do, look on this Phaedra.
Listen. Already, before I came here to your strange land, this to happen, I had long lain sleepless through the nights, haunted with thinking how our human life corrodes. Our hopes and expectations perish, potentials die from us, our true core wastes. Why must this be? Must this be? Are we born to this degeneration, mindless creatures of no choice, no thought that we can take preserve ourselves? Surely not so. Man has intelligence enough. A difficulty comes, deep we recognize, and reason tells us which our true choice ought to be. In will we fail. Our better self demands of us more strength than we can muster, or else some pleasurable impulse intervenes, seducing us. And I have been too easily seduced, too readily content with the superficial in human company, the idle and the undemanding. Always in me this backing away from the reality of others into a still safety of the self that's no security at all. I do right not to trespass my will onto others, but what where proper exercise of self be called for? Fail there, home and children pay the price. Besides, I was only too aware I am a woman, more trammelled in those instincts all man's struggle is to rise above. The woman who surrenders to her lower nature is a traitor to her sex. More so must the prominent of us in a society set example. I was the queen. I especially detest calls herself wife. All her good order of the passions is a guise. Her husband's back once turned, procures herself all lewd indulgence and no shame. How, when he come home to bed, can she look him in the eye? In love's name, how is that done? And she not flinch from every shadow in the house, lest the obscenities they cloak be somehow mirrored there. The very timbers in the roof above the bed shriek out if they have seen. Yes, to be discovered, smirching my husband with my shame. It's dread of that that's wasting me. And my 2 sons, I must not forfeit them their future. They must grow and prosper in this country, dealing and dealt with frankly and free, with no sordid past unspoken. However fierce a man's own pride might burn in him, awareness of a mother's or a father's taint shall mortify him all his days. One gift only sees us through the struggle of this life. Integrity. This I know. Yield, and soon or late my shame will out. What an image of Fedra would the world's then be? No. No. My will is strong now. My will says no.
Poor Queen. Yet our yearnings must not swamp our lives. And only true self-order will earn us respect worth having.
Majesty, I was wrong. When you said you loved this man, of course you shocked me. Yet I should have paused to think, or I would not have been so craven. There's nothing monstrous here, nothing abnormal. A natural affection, unusually intense, that's all. Your body reaches to a man, heart aches for him. So it's a fairly common human condition as well, or we'd be none of us here. A sad day for the world. We all turn our face to the wall because our body reaches for a man. Oh, all but uncontainable, I know, when the tide of it rips in a strong. Swoon with it, and it shall ease away so gentle. Think it's some power you can master, you think wrong. No knowing the damage you do yourself. You're flesh and blood. Accept that. Male and female are made for each other. It's a force at work in all of nature. On the wing in the sky the birds obey it. It twines the mighty creatures of the deep. A moment comes. Even the most high-minded of us here must yield to it, become a creature of creation in our turn. Man's noblest poetry and art exult in it. Even your father went at it, getting you. Who are you to be so exceptional? Who are you to pick and choose which forces are to shape your life and which are not? You are in this world, and you are subject to them all. The shame, you say, you'll heap upon your husband and your sons. Who has to know? Not every husband who smells a strange man on his wife will make an issue of it. He's more sense. Sons, too, have their wild oats to sow, and many a father will even help them to it. Wasn't the father himself once young? Living's a practical craft, not some idealist art. A roof's to cover the house. Not every timber in it has to be a masterpiece of carpentry. In this world, the only choice we'll ever have is the lesser of two evils. And I say any shore rather than drown. Oh, child, so wrong, so rigid and so wrong. Come away, come away. Strange though the shape of this desire, there has to be some rightness in it beyond our knowing. Our instinct does not err. Your heart has told you true. Accept. Be brave. Step forward into love. As for him, there are ways. If a woman does not know them, pity the earth.
Lady, you have chosen the more painful course, but you are right to hold to it. Forgive me. I say this nurse is giving dangerous advice.
True, indeed. We build our cities. They are handsome. We build our homes. And when we find them ruin, look to what has made them ruin. Always an argument put not wisely, but too well. You give me only that encouragement my worst self craves. Your duty is to help the wife, the mother, and the queen in me prevail.
Oh, can't. And you know it. It's not moral support you want, it's him. If you had been a woman of true morality, you think I needed bring you on so far? I'm not talking you into a lover for your mere pleasure. You will inflame this to a matter of fulfill or die. Well, then, I fight for you to live, and merit better from you than this rebuke.
You undo my will. You've spoken filth enough to me. I'll hear no more.
Filth? Rather that, if there's where living's to be done. Are we born flesh for fleeing, soon as we can, to an immaculate corruption in the grave, to be admired who have not lived at all?
There's an end of it. An end of it, I say. Your specious reasoning. I lie so broken and tilled for him. All your reason so compelling me. I
sink into the loathsome flame I fought so long. My struggle melts away.
Very well, if that's how you insist. Some flaw in you indeed, but it had to be him of all men. But pain is here, and some means other must be found to ease it. So let me bring you this at least. A remedy, I know, eternal as the hills, that's been at hand from the beginning, had I but thought of it. Manage this aright, and we'll caress you back to life again, and all the shame you dread avoided, and absolutely safe, though it will demand your courage of you too.
What remedy can there be but from that man's body in my arms, to hold him to me and to take him into me?
Ask no questions. Let what I bring you do the good it can.
Your intention must be dark. You will not tell it me?
Too much ever frightened you. That's been your curse. What do you shy from now?
He is my husband's son. I dread your telling him.
Trust me. I know what I am doing. I shall bring this to a noble consummation. You shall see. She does not tell me no, so I'll go in, procure for her this remedy. Whether it heal or not rests with those powers I must waken in a man. Not for the first time a manhood needs a helping hand to bring him home. Wish my endeavours well.
It is the heart, it is the heart. One glance of that other and we are stormed. No fire like this, no shaft so burning. It's in the scheme of things, but to be in flames of the heart that man call ugly. Spare me that. We are fools, to heap up our stone edifice of a religion, through rituals of sacrifice seek our atonement, when all the while, oh, here's a power, love. For all that holds the sovereign key to our profoundest gladdening, each of other in this life. Love we have no honest public celebration of, but leave love stumble love's blind way. No wonder the wreckage when love blunder on our heart. The heart is mother to the truer man. She'll burn in him, burn him through all reason and all law. And who of us to know who next shan't wake to find the sting and nectar of her feeding in us deep, about what work among us will be done?
My death is here.
Give me my mother, the wild earth. Give me the pure light of the golden sun. I have met with filth and heard it speak.
Oh, master, hush, sir. Not aloud.
You sow this foulness in my head, now ask of me contain it.
But, sir, you must. Oh, by your princely grace.
Not to touch me. Those hands away from me.
Oh, master, say one word of this and I'm destroyed.
How? You whispered to me of a noble act, you said.
I spoke in confidence. That was agreed, or else I should have told you nothing.
An act of beauty, sir, you said. Let all the city hear it then.
You pledged your silence.
My tongue, not I.
What are you saying? One here means you such love, yet you'll destroy her.
Love? Where? transgressor's love's not love I recognize.
Find some compassion in you, then. We each have our shortcomings.
What can this phenomenon of woman be? In shape and stamp a member of the race of man, morally not so. How? How? It is beyond my understanding. It could be ordained from the beginning, this must share with man the light of the sun. For breeding, our continuing in this earth could be provided through the working of some other solitary principle. Our sons to grow as flowers from the virgin ground, each priced by quality, the finest to those of us who could the best afford them. A system operated by the institutions of the state. A man could then live free in his own house. The world be all his way. Some societies openly declare the female presence a corruption. Beget a daughter, feed her, a man must pay a husband money to be rid of her. That speaks for itself. Pity the bridegroom, too, bedazzled with her, his own ruin he is bringing home. To fard and deck and trap her out with costly gowns to make her lovely, till she has glutted all the substance of his house. It's some relief when the wife's an empty ornament and nothing more, though even she endangers him, installed amidst his furniture, so smiling and so void, clawing at him. She is content. Not so that abomination, woman with brain. Not for her, her status under nature. She would rise. Creature intelligence ranks itself human. There more than any those loathsome urges hatch and breed that undo a man, rot his reason till all his triumph of the self be lost. She'll be no such wife in the house where I am master. Our error has been to admit her to society at all. Her proper quarters are the kennel yards, apart, no access either, through intermediaries of any kind, as happens here. This, to come to me, to still her brooding mistress fester in my ear, to tangle me amid my father's sheets. Oh, for where the rock breaks virgin water, to plunge this head in its cold shock and purge me. How else again be clean? You pollute my heart. I can never again be who I was. Never again be free. And see how powerless you fix me. I gave my word. Once given, never broken. The horror of it tears from me. Father, Father. But I gave my word. My word is all of me you leave unfouled. Break that, all I am is lost. Where's home for me now? Not here. The beast is in possession here. Go where I can. Hold my silence. My father's not from home forever. He'll be here. I'll not be far behind him, to watch and see how you shall look him in his kingly eye, how it is done by creature here and woman she serves. If you were perished from this earth, oh, then what world? Deep in me, so deep my loathing of you it can know no easing. Oh, they say Hippolytus at his obsessive theme. Let them. I have reason. And some say here's a creature can be trained to service of our higher destiny. He's welcome to try. I fight for my mastery, my own way. My heel is on her throat, and so I stand. If
This is the world as man would make it. Where's any living for a woman in it? Look, where your reasoning has snared me. Argue me free from this, solve this away. Yet there is a logic. Cost comes to be paid of being what we are. Here is mine and no avoiding. Exile from nature and all law. Come my last journey to these dark waters, through what convulsive crossing we shed our living and are gone. More than any woman, my woman's nature is my death.
Poor lady. The nurse thought she could contrive to save you. It was not to be. And the future is dark.
Nurse? I have no nurse. This? A nurse? Come to me all loving, and her loving is our death? No nurse here, a lightning sears her from the earth. She never was. Oh, only too well I read the way her mind was working. No, I said, the man himself is not to be told, not to be told. But you must away to him, disclose to him the burden of my guilty heart, and all for you. The loathing of the world is heaped on me. I die, and for nothing. All my struggle, waste. The name I leave is smirched forever. Struggle no more. Some new solution must be found. Here's a man you've so offended. His righteous rage shall hone his will wild keen. What else can he but cry my loathsomeness aloud to father, family, city, till all the state shall have for queen not me, but his revolted image of me, sick, foreign woman. All for the breed of nurse and her consuming urge to do us loving service, our good resistance sweep aside and look to what consummate end.
Majesty, where blame is mine, I must accept it. My lady is so pierced with pain, how can she see? What else was I to do? No, listen. What have I been to you all these years, if not a mother? What has my every purpose been, if not to see my lady happy? Sickness was here, I went to find it remedy. If my persuasion had prevailed, and I had brought him, oh, you'd be saying then, oh, clever nurse. I chanced to fail. For that I am reviled, and my intention counts for nothing.
The arrogance, and so misplaced, to savage me so deep, and now presume to make your peace with me.
This is futile, I accept. Any wrong step here was mine. I should never have approached the man. All the same, you despair too easy. Even now my lady can be saved.
You've said all you're going to say. Out of my sight. Your destructive service in this house is finished. Start taking thought for your own survival. The noble consummation leave with me. You stay. For what I have to tell you now, I must commit you to a painful silence.
Lady, by everything that makes us woman, all that you entrust to me is safe in my heart, and never to be shared.
Good woman. I see my road ahead more clear than I have ever known it. My struggle is not wasted. My sons shall hold their heads high in this world. The people of the land from which I come need not be shamed. Even my husband, from whose gaze I've so much flinched, I could confront. Only one living self stands in my way,
Lady? Not kill Hippolytus?
No, my own death. Rather, how I shall present it to the world.
Lady, no. This is some wrong you intend. I know it.
Wrong, yes, that I am right to do, and know it. This fire I burn is working its last will of me. I yield, impatient for the night, under that high sun surrender all my being up. By evening, where is Fedra gone? Where is my love? I bring you after me, to help you see, to have you see, wrong in a man to raise himself so moral tall on my poor pain. Then, O my love, your manhood have its knowledge of my sick heart after all, and learn from me that self's no self that will not give itself.
We, each of us, have our vision of a world we would escape to. If we had the freedom, if that world existed. A soaring high on wings we do not have. Up, up, among the precipice and chasm of the clouds, out over the sea, dim continent below and silver-threading river. We know we should know better, as that young prince in the story should have known. Father, father, lend me your chariot of the sun. And high there, toward the pole of noon, the horses ran away with him. He could not master them. He spilled the sun. Tangled and tumbled, he from his own noon pitched screaming from the sky, for daughters of the earth to weep the wreck of him. On, on we go, reaching toward our islands of the blessed. Purple waters there, amber light, the colors of our dreams. Out, out. Below us past those Titan towers of twin stone, that final ocean no man living enters on, to come at last to rest on that lost original shore of gold, the singing gardens. Their music, the primal harmony itself, male with female not yet sundered, where sky wives earth, and from his quickening of her, all creation springs. Fedra was in this world. Her living bound her to this earth. Gladness she left behind on that real shore, island garden of her girlhood. The music of this land to which she came was dissonance. Male from female, severance. Real wings brought her, linen sails. Black wings no one saw escorted her. Real waves thrashed their salt shock on the hull that ferried her. Plats of cable knotted tight, mooring her, ship fast to step on this real continent. Destination into death. Lovejoy that is our light came for her darkly. Where we are quickened brought her affliction. Above the bed where she first lay, a bride, she'll plait the knot around her own white throat and hang. The timber creaks with the weight of her. Only thus in this world is she free of the ground. Hers from the beginning, now she sees to be a foulness. And she retreats from the world, head bowed indeed. If this it must cost for her to be a woman of good fame, she has chosen. And the misery of her heart is exchanged for peace. A cry from the nurse. "Quickly, someone, quickly! The Queen is hanging!" It is done then. "Quickly! Someone with a sword to cut her down!" I could go in, help them, save her. I could be wrong. Careful how we lay her down and set her body straight. Dead, then. Beyond all help that anyone can give. And now the king comes home.
Friends, I have been a journey, alone, for you, against a certain enemy, to wrestle with him, vanquish him, for you. Who is this enemy? My friends, the oldest of us all, enemy within ourselves, from whose corruption of us only will shall win us free. I had begun to dream. I was revisiting in the night those scenes of pain that had attended our beginnings here, those acts of terrible necessity by which, from tribal darkness, we midwife for ourselves this sanctuary of civil light, our state. It is a glory we have won. Sure boundary between what one man owns and his neighbor. Just requital for injury done. Not blood for blood, but law, due process. The promiscuous instincts ordered into marriage and parenthood. The safety of each man about his proper business. Our dangers we have learned to meet not with barbarous acts of sacrifice, but with understanding and thought. Yet that had itself been savagery of a sort, by which our older savageries were surged away. Fire and bloodshed, screaming women, butchery of men. I am your founder, king. Mine must be the responsibility for these, and is. I am responsible. But where by day I had been thus certain, now by night these screaming mouths had come, devouring me and shocking me awake to lie in darkness, all sense of rightness in my purpose for you faltering. No, no, I said. King falter, his falter spreads through all the state. Back down into what ancient anarchy might we not slide again, once this security in my guiding will for you were shaken? Why, then, these unlovely visions now? Of all times, now. I took myself to a lonely place, to listen there for that still voice within. The voice said, "Kings have offered themselves to die in expiation of their people's guilt. But that was an older way of darkness, appeasing powers of the earth with blood, and were to shirk the new responsibility of king. What were these dreams? But the last decayings of the old barbarian I'd put behind me. Respect these dreams, and I betray the reason so fragile that we win. Reckon those ugly necessities matter for guilt, and I betray you. I must accept this guilt as a necessity with forward-looking and with joy, and offer myself to live for you." Friends, our civil life is a continual act of choosing, every moment of every day, whether to yield back down into that anarchy that seems so natural to man, or resolutely say, no, nothing in man's nature is his master. He is his nature's master, his nature for his will and his reason to redefine. So I come home, justified by reason, and am more your king than ever. Oh, why this silence? Mute faces of stone? Where is your gladness for me? Do I tell of a defeat for these tears? What is amiss here? Speak, tell me. Someone dead, one of our old fathers full of years, and I come home to grieve?
Oh, sir, no one of yours so old, sir.
One of my children, pillaged of his little life?
No, sir, their mother.
Wife? Dead? How?
She knotted a noose around her own neck, sir, and she is hanged.
Had sad news come to chill her heart? What made her do this?
Hanged, sir, that is all I know. I was not here. I come to mourn.
And fancied I came home a conqueror. Where is she? Open the doors, let me look at her. Oh, let me see her! My lady is gone down into the night. Then what of me is left?
Oh, lady, look at you, brought to this. By such extremity, house, father, sons are all imperilled. The unnatural daring of it. Your own hand make your living breath its enemy to master and make still. And none to know for whom your life is brought to mist and shadow.
This reaches deeper into me than any loss I've ever known. Here is a hammer falls, was always here to fall. What have I done to make it fall and self and sons be crushed? Did I do wrong in that lonely place to vow I put all savage self behind me, reason is master? Some fiend there overheard me, set this here, chastising all my pride. More than my will is flailed. For these loins know hers was a gentleness that woke from my brute clay a man more tender man than reason ever won. And this cold, utter, blind extinction, senseless death has made of her savages from me the gentler victory too, and I fall severed into beast again. Up all around me rise the old dark waters. All ground beneath my feet is gone. Sink, king, drown! Oh, woman, what pain was this? What suffering, such enemy to your sweet life? Then I could say, because of this she did it, and have a name for it and reason. I only took you in these hands, and you are startled from me like a bird, and gone. Some old malevolence is come, dark beyond fathom, extorting its inhuman claim of me, for nothing but that I am man.
Oh, sir, it comes to us all, the loss of our companion through this life. Your Majesty is not alone.
Down, down, I'll change my dwelling for the dark beneath the earth, the gladness of your company so torn from me. You die to wasting and forgetting, crueler this death you leave me to. What was it? Tell me, oh lady, say, who could it be so mortal cruel set his heel on your poor heart? What happened here? Someone speak! Does my king's roof shelter you for you to huddle, brute and dumb? You are gone and rive me deeper than I know how to endure or tell. The light that brought us life is dimmed. The beast in his castle and his sons alone. All I was is lost. Gone from us, gone from us. She I loved, dearest of all womankind, on whom that golden sun shone more than any, or all the silver of the stars.
Oh, man, your day turns dark. All our light is ebbing too. Some wrong she said that she must do, and I say nothing. The further agony is here.
left this. A letter? The poor unhappy woman's last entreaties of me. No, not to marry again. Inflict no stepmother on our sons. Dear head, sleep easy. No other shall be mistress in this house. Look. Her writing. She speaks to me. What is this you want to say to me, my love?
This cruel day's not finished with us yet. We came here, all our order was secure. Now nothing is.
I thought for her to die was worst. Not so.
Sir, if it's any right of mine to know.
This be only writing, yet so cry. Where king run now for refuge with my little reason? Where such a nature can possess the shape of man, then I'm a stranger in this life. The anguish of her, hear it.
Majesty, what ugly story can hers be?
No. Once tell man this, and I undo us all. Never to tell it, never. Speak it. It tears from me. World, city, hear me. To your king. Oh, all you city, hear me. Hippolytus, my son, has forced his carnal will upon your queen, my wife. And he not flinch from his all-seeing father's burning eye. Our deepest boundaries of kinship, generation, order, his beast-lust savage. Then he can be no son of mine. He is no man. Atrocities we hear of, enormities so bestial. We say these were not man that did this. Where was the earth when this was done? How did the sky not split? Ocean not convulse and rise? Nature herself revolt on man? Assert on him, thus far man violate? No farther. And hear me, old neglected powers, hear me. All you whose potency has been denied so long, from that dark deep to which we've banished you, hear us, waken, rise, we call you home. I have a son unhusbands me, a son no son unfathers me, yourselves be father for me. Ascend before him into the day, to cover him from all his light, and your annihilation fall on him. Under that sun do it, to leave him ruin on this earth. Else I'll know wrong in nature's nothing, violation's nothing, and all our sense of boundary is vain.
Majesty, oh, not this wrath, sir. There could be another truth here. To your sorrow you might learn too late.
No! King must do this. Law must do this. Man be judge. Hippolytus is citizen of this state no more. Our civil company casts him out. What last of his days remain to him, let him endure on alien earth.
Here is he, sir. Oh, Majesty, I implore you, consider the living. Not let one death cause more destruction than it need.
Father, you summon all the city. Why, sir? Father? Your wife, sir? Dead? How? But only now. Only just now I was with her. What has happened to her? What has killed her? No answer. Not this silence, sir. Friends are to share the burden of our sorrows. I stand closer to you than a friend. I am your son.
Oh, man. All is endeavouring and so vain. To make himself master of 10,000 skills, thrust ever onward his discovery and invention, yet all the while one science still eludes him. How to school a moral faculty into a man?
How indeed? We are moral by our nature, or we are not. And no coercing. Yet, sir, Why such abstractions at a time like this? Oh, your loss has stunned you. You are not yourself.
We rise from beast to build a civil order on the earth. Yet with our reason comes deceiving too. Our old brute senses lag in this new world. Our eyesight needs a finer beam to penetrate another's heart, to see who's true to us, who's false. Man's speech is vile when he can tell for truth what is not so, and no voice in him of a higher order cry, he lies, he lies. We'd know the man before us then for the enemy he is.
Enemy, sir? Myself? Who wrongs me here, and you accept their word? I do not believe it. I cannot credit it of you, sir. You know me better.
Dread for the world, when I am what I am, yet this corruption be my son. Then what foul breed shall his sons be? Then theirs, then theirs. To multiply and colonize, so crowd the earth, the true and genuine are suffocated from existence. This is Hippolytus. Look at him. Son of my fathering, to his own lust has forced the woman I made your queen. And she is so defiled with him she cannot live. See her, and see Hippolytus for the polluting that he is. Face me, I can endure, I am your father. Look at me. You, was it? Manhood blemishless, only the virgin wild were landscape pure enough for you. You, was it? Held your body in such sanctuary you must abide above contamination of the world. Such claims outrage all moral sense, insult the multitudes of us mere men who have to soil our hands with living, make compromise of our integrities if we're to share this earth with other men at all. You were flesh enough here, sully enough for her, and she lies dead for it. You stand revealed, and world be warned of you, and all your sanctimonious like that preach at us of order and restraint, whilst using us as prey to your own ugly appetite. No, no, you say. There can be no case. The witness is dead. It's case conclusive. She is dead. Swear what you will, this silence in her death tells more than any argument in your defense. No, no, you say. This accusation is a lie, malevolence from that spleen that makes such mortal enemies of married wife and bastard son. To spend her precious life to bring you down? I'd say she pays too much. No, no, you say. This grossness she ascribes to you is more the woman's nature, not the man. I know man better. The urge when he is young will rise as much in him. He's no superior will to thank, but luckier shape of his male frame. He seems more continent. It's the unhappy woman. Who is this whose arguments I counter? Here between us lies indictment sure above all, the testimony of the dying. Our civil company casts you out. There's light for you nowhere where my sovereignty runs. I'll not have people say, was this our king? Rid our highways and estuaries of brigandage and terrorism, cannot assert authority over his own son?
Look and see how the inward quality of a man shall guarantee him nothing in the world, and how all values are reversed.
Father. This is not my father, nor this myself he sees and shows, but some distortion. Through it, how can I be seen? The truth is pleated from your sight, and none to open it unto the light, else you should see not I am ugly, only the truth is ugly, and that lies elsewhere. My father has an art I altogether lack, with potent words to win your passions into any cause he need. Mine has been a much austerer world, sparse company, words for me pure meaning, strict, uncompromised.
There, where I belong, the mightiest orators and kings would stumble into silence. Here, I'm on my father's ground. Here, by what words I use, I live or die. And he, so mispresenting me, nothing I say, be it so ever straight or true, can reach to you. Yet, speak I must. Look at the earth. Look at this light of the sun. I swear to you, there is no man in all this world whose chastity is more his nature than is mine. Nothing my father says can taint the truth of that. In this, above all, am I utterly unstained. That one act in which you deem my guilt so proven. I stand before you, body virgin, absolute as at my birth, and no experience of the sexual whatever, nor any yearn for it, nor interest in it of any kind. It's how I am. I see my nature is no evidence with you, then let it pass. And prosecutor, prove. The burden is on you, sir, to show by what corruption I can be so fallen. For that I found this, of all her kind, seductively so overpowering, I'd shed my virgin state for an embrace with this. Ambition? To annex your queen to my body, thus supplant you in your bed and throne? You reckon my sanity so low? Ah, but you say, no matter how orderly a man, the lure of a crown shall yet unbalance him. Perhaps you'd know. The only crown I'll ever prize is for a chariot race well won. First in the games. In public life, my secondary status well fulfills me. The friendships of the finest in the land are no less mine to gladden me. I've all the duty and the joy of king. How should I crave the danger of the throne itself? Only this remains. Always the argument comes home to this. The nature of the man I am. Where's any living witness here to that? If she who accuses were alive to answer, and her testimony put to question, the truth would soon enough be seen. As it is, I can only avouch, by all that's light and order in the mind of man, and by this ancient earth on which we stand. Father, never once have I laid hand upon your wife, nor known one impulse so to do, nor even thought of her in that regard at all. And if I lie, truly I do not deserve to live. All honor, any recognition I have known, I should want stripped from me, my citizenship and my belongings stripped from me. To wander in exile all my days, and earth and sea reject my body when I die. As for her, she does this to herself for some good reason. Perhaps she was afraid. More than this is not for me to say. Some mastery of herself she lacked, so masters all herself forever. A mastery I have, and here's a hurt that it has done.
Majesty, that's never the speech of a guilty man. He has avowed, and not for us to take it lightly.
Oh, this was born some new transcendent being, this one. So contained. Such serene master of our poor brute clay, he would assuage and soothe away this raging pain his lust has caused me. I gave this life.
The containment is rather yours, sir. You amaze me. If I were the father, you, my son, had presumed to lay hand on a wife of mine, To exile you should never have contented me. You were dead outright.
So you presume to dictate to me in my own justice, too. Cunning, death you propose. One swift stroke of merciful release. Where a man's not fit for civil company, then he must live his foul condition out beyond the pale of man. You are citizen of this state no more.
What are you saying? Time alone can expose what happened here. Time you'll deny me? But cast me out?
I'd purge you from the history of man if I were able.
Is this the king? Admits no evidence, respects no oath, and disallows all testimony of my nature. Where is due process now?
In this. Your plea of character is nullified in this. Appeal to the mysterious nature of a man is not for me. I judge by what a man has done.
Tell him. Silence, I swore. But see whom my word serves and how my rigour in it dooms me. No, tell him never. The truth itself could not persuade him now. Word broken, never word again. And spent on him for nothing.
Oh, this exalted air that our new generation breathe, we're threatened with extinction in it. You do not belong with us, so go.
What path for me through this strange world? Toward what house for shelter? But shall see Hippolytus, the incest, come, and shut their doors against me.
You'll find hospitality where men's desires are sick. Enter, welcome. We have wives.
Sword in my heart. I could almost weep that this be how the world must see me now. This, the son you see.
Tears come too late. Time to reckon on this consequence was when you ventured what you have done.
If these walls could speak, they'd cry aloud for me. These could witness to the man I am.
It's well for you that walls are mute, yet hers such silence. How this speaks.
Who to be other than I am? A man outside myself to look on me and weep at this iniquity?
He'll waste no tears. He'll see one bestially void of any sense of kin or trespass.
Was my poor mother's agony for this? Pity the bastards of this earth who must be banished for their fathers to forget.
Why is this man still here? How many times must I repeat he is a stranger in our company? Remove him!
These know better than lay hand on me. Bring me to your boundaries and thrust me out yourself. Yours is the need to have me gone.
That I shall, if need be. My will can see me all the way, nor any pity weaken me.
So, it is decided. No life for me here from now. The pain of it. To have in me the truth, yet know no means to give it utterance. Yet this I know. No matter where I go, my lady is about me in the earth. Her light illumines all the landscapes of my journey. With me, she's banished too. Home. City. Country of my birth and my belonging. Garden of such enriching to our short years from child to man. I look on you one last time. Some there are of an age with me to comfort me and share my journey. To that frontier I now must cross. These shall witness how more than any I am master of myself. Even if my father will not see it so.
So much is done and happens in our world. Arbitrary, random, rank, unjust. What's for man to cling to but a conviction deep in the heart there has to be some rightness in this worst that happens? A larger purpose, pattern so vast man cannot see. A voice in me persists. Life be plenty for me, no pain ever come to touch my heart. But I'll need luck for that. Nothing shall earn us happiness. Unbending principle shall not, nor too much yielding into values not one's own. Our one hope in a still sure core in us abiding, strong to give, easy yet sure, to change with change and grow. More than a man is lost to us in this man's passing. A greater innocence is gone, our own, who each set out in our fresh morning in expectation of an earth all harmony, beauty, equity. Then here we see, our Prince of Gold, the best of all our sons, misjudged. His father warp with rage and hurl him from us wrongly onto alien ground. The horseman is gone from the shore, the huntsman from the mountain. Scrub and thorn there, silent of him. His celebration of the solitude is ended. I am left with images of stillness, emptiness. Before the lake, your chariot and stallions from the wild north wait forever. The sandbar, silent of hooves. On your father's wall a harp hangs still, framewood and strings you'll never touch. High in the sanctuary meadow where your lady is, the crown of flowers you plaited for her fades, and there shall be no others. Hood free, you are gone from the land, their vyings perished. And grief for me, to continue living in this real world where error makes such senseless waste of you and all your mother's labors brought to nothing. The waste of it, everywhere, and mocks my pain at it. I curse the world. Grace was here, and manhood's flower, all future hope and his belonging cut from him, for nothing. If there be purpose in this, show it me.
Where is the king? Oh, sir, what I must tell you now shall bow your head, and all the men and women of your country with you. Such sorrow I bring.
Why? What new peril to the state?
Hippolytus is no more. I say that. His eyes are open still, and see, but on the brink of that last darkness.
Some citizen could make my cause so much his own and kill him for me? Loving service? Who?
Your son's own horses, sir. Also yourself, who summoned up a judgment from that deep. It does a father's bidding, and has come.
The deep do this. O day of joy, when nature joins with king in vindication on a man. But tell me, the shape of it. In what form did the judgment come? Describe to me.
We were grooming his horses, down by where the waves come breaking on the shore. and tears were streaming from our eyes at what your messenger had told us, how by your sentence the prince must call this country home no more. Soon he himself was coming there amongst us on the shore, and weeping too as much as we were, and with him a whole company, friends, and others of an age with him, gathering. A little while, and then the weeping eased from him. Tears, he said, avail us nothing. My father's word is law. Sirs, come and harness me my horses. I'm a stranger here, and now must leave this land forever. No sooner said, each of us had our task, the pair of horses to be yoked and harnessed, a third and a fourth to either side of them in traces. We had his chariot ready there before him, in less time done than it would take a man to tell. The master's up. He's in. The reins that lie across the framewood for him ready in his hands. Stance braced in the ankle thongs in the chariot floor. And he's saying, "This I vow, by all our light and by this ancient earth, if there were ever ill in me, then life end now. I only pray my father live to recognize this wrong he does me. If I be living still that day, or dead, what matter?" The goad is in his hand. One touch of it to the horse's flanks, and we're away. Himself above us, riding, we level with the traces and the bridles, his escort on the ground. West, along the causeway of sand, the still salt lake to our left. To the right of us, the sea. We're leaving habitation behind. Into wilder country now, where the gulf swirls round toward the open deep. Away before us, beyond your frontier, there's a headland rearing from that sea. And, dark from there, a sound like thunder's coming, a roaring, cavernous, as of some deep trouble in the earth. The tremor of it spreads through all our flesh and bone. It has the horses, too. Their ears prick upright, stiff and sharp. The panic quite unmans us. The sound of this coming, what can it be? Out there, along that pounded coast, something is happening in the sea that makes no sense. A swelling from it, billowing and spreading wide, roaring to the sky. And as we watch, the coast beyond it, landmarks, mountains, all world, gone. The mass of it advancing in. Ocean water, spouting spumes of spray and swirling walls of thick foam seething, gathering to break upon that shore before us where Hippolytus in his chariot is. The risen deluge of it crests and spills. And in the falling shock of it delivers out upon the land a savage monster of a thing, shape of a bull. No bull I ever saw. And the song of it, a bellowing that all the earth gave back in horrible reply. The presence of it, too powerful for human sight. The master's had horses bolt before. Not all those years he's lived with horses for nothing. The weight of his body flung back, he grips the reins and hauls up hard. For all the world a boatman straining on an oar. But the horses are grinding the iron bits between their teeth now, and nothing that Hippolytus can want of them shall ever bend their power to his will again. They're away, all sense cast off, of him, of harness, and chariot's fine joinery hailed, hurtling after them. He tries to steer them for the gentler ground, but wherever the horses turn, there that bull is looming up before them, and they pivot away demented. Only as they career towards the rocks is it behind them, close, and not a sound. Moment of impact comes. Wheel against rock. Fine frame brought shattered down, chariot and man a tumbled wreck, hub spinning in the air and axle pins sprung free. And that pitiable man snarled in the tangle of the reins and dragged on helpless. Each rock another crack for his poor head, the flesh all shredding from him.
and his terrible screaming to his horses. Stop! Stop! I was your master, and I gave you life. Do not harrow me away. It is my father doing this. I am blameless. Someone save me. Someone come. We would have done. The will was there. But we were being left so far behind. Only that he came torn somehow free. The shape of him there, before us on the ground. And still alive. Rather, not yet dead. The horses, where are they? Bull thing, grim work done. Vanished. In that world all stone. Mine, sir, is a humble status in your house. But this I shall never find it in me to believe. That your son has done you wrong. No matter every woman in the world should hang herself. Whole forests be cut down for suicide letters. I know the man he was.
This, too, this day had in it. Now it is done. And what shall my end be, to which my choices that I make are bringing me?
You told me he was dead, and I exulted. He had become a loathing to me. But this to happen, and to a man who was my son, I feel shamed. My gladness leaves me. No weight of any sorrow. Nothing.
Well, sir, are we to bring him back? What do you want done with him? You must decide. Though, if I may, sir, it's not a vengeful father he needs now.
Bring him, for me to look him deep in his eye. Where now is his plea of innocence when judgment itself has come?
Desire has done this. The power of her rises. Rigid though the will of man, she rises. She'll burst asunder all the sense we fashion of the world. She'll hunt us down. She'll storm on us. She'll bring us where she must. For her necessity is everywhere about the earth and thunder of the sea. She rises in the wild young of the mountainside. In those of the deep she rises. In all creatures that this earth sustains and take their being from the fire of the sun, she rises. Is man not one of these? Rejoice in her. She is the sovereignty of life.
You, king, man, you have done wrong. Your son's love was all for me, Artemis. How could he have reached to touch a Fedra? His ecstasy was all in me. In Artemis, his joy and terror in his self alone, in this wild earth. I shape you each. I bring you each into your being. Mystery no other can either know or share. And in this solitary destiny, you each go virgin to the grave. In this, your son took all his celebration. More than any, I it was who ravished him. Listen now. Hear the full measure of your wrong, and I shall spare you none of it, but pierce you. I come to make it blinding clear how upright in his heart your son has been, so that as he now die, the man he is shine forth again. The savage yearn was in your wife, though she did show one honourable quality. For when that ugliest of urges thrust her on its burning fork into a reaching for your son, she strove by will to stand sufficient. The scheming of a nurse destroyed her, who swore your son to silence, then told him how your wife was sick for him. Your son refused. And see, for all you vilified him, how his word stood true. That's how he was. Your wife, in dread of your discovering, left that false testament that weighed with you so well. Your son is dying now.
Wife. Son.
Remorse, sir? Be still. Hear on. See yourself the clearer to rue them all. What blind rejection of your son slept in your depths, so dangerous, that this one lie could fuse it into deadly enmity? Where was your reason then, son and fatherhood gone so awry between you, that what a king should grant to any, law, due process, testament of character, you must refuse your son, deny him even time, for truth to make its slow way to be known, hold up his virgin nature to distortion and contempt, so I am wronged, and rouse the deep against him for a lie, and so abuse the power of the deep.
If this is so, then I am better dead.
Your guilt is terrible. For all that, you are not beyond compassion, even in this. An other power was at work here, too. That reaching one to other urge so consuming to be stained and lost, only this ruin could result of it. What? When desire will rage, you look to me to intervene and save you. Ha! How irresponsible would that make man? In such a universe, a wrong would not be possible. We fight within you, each toward our one necessity alone. Through your free human choosing are we reconciled, or not. Here, through your mischoosing, is my cause brought low. The man I love, of all mankind the loveliest to me, torn into night, and I must let him go. Your wife's lie gave you occasion to be deceived. You were deceived. I, too, go grieving at the choice you made. You are left to reap the cost. And how you choose, those who come after you inherit.
He is here, coming now his last road home. Look, his golden head, his young man's body, ruin, judgment surely.
No. No judgment. Havoc only. My father did this. Wrong father makes this ruin of me with no cause. I am dying. Shafts of pain shoot searing through my head, while my brain is leaping, racked and shaken. Rest me here a while. Man I was. Soon all be gone. Oh, you, my horses. Shapes of my own death. From these two hands I gave you to feed and grow. And you were my destruction. You were to be my end. Oh, the pain of that. The pain of that. For pity, sirs, a firm hand on me, not this trembling touch. My flesh so torn, Someone this side. Hold me. I will walk. You see a man whose hopes of life my wrong father's powers must lay waste. How? How? It is beyond my understanding. Myself, of all men me, knew more than any the austere commandment of the earth, had more self-mastery than any, come now so soon this last road into night? I strove so high and am torn down, all my stern honour of the integrities of other men for nothing. No rightness in this. None. Only this pain. Pain is our last conqueror. Oh, leave me to lie, and that grim healer find me. There was no life for me, so let an end be made of it. Oh, I reach so, for a shaft of iron sharp both edges, to slit my body deep and all my living ebb into forgetting. Our fathers have a darker power than they know. Their hands are red with murder, and they are not content but reach down into the sons possessing us, for nothing we have done but that we are their sons. Why search for rightness where such is so? Why ask anything? Seek only how to shed this living into ease from pain. Our last necessity is always into darkness. Here's one come early to it. Let me sleep.
Poor man of clay, harsh cause you wed, to hold by your high nature so, and lose your life for it.
She is here. Even through this rack of my own dying, I know her presence. Suddenly my body is so easy. My lady of the earth is in this place.
Aye, sir, she you most have loved.
Oh, lady, look at me now. See this agony.
I see it. My eyes are cold and clear. Weeping is for man.
I served your mystery in the wild. You can let me pass away.
I must. Your celebrations ended. Now you die.
I was your living image in this world, and I can simply be no more?
Then thank desire. Who cannot have you, has you died.
Desire? A power indeed, that has so reached me after all.
I demanded all your love. Yours was the responsibility to share it better.
All for the hard. These three of us lie broken.
How else? You, who you are. Father, what he was. And such the wife.
It's still a wrong my father's done that's killed me.
Passion misguided him.
Unhappy father,
to be so blindly you.
Aye, sir. All my joy in life is gone.
Your error kills me, and I grieve for you the more.
This is no just earth, or I should be the dying man.
Bitter to me the father's power to enrage the deep against his son.
I should have been more king, more man.
How so? Your wrath was such you had me dead already.
Powers we know too little of had brought us low.
And made an end of me.
What universe is this? So cold, so absolute of us. Not all our pain can touch it in the least.
Easy, sir, easy. Even though now, from a desire's wild ravaging, your beauty must sink down so torn beneath the darkness of the earth, you do not go unanswered for. Somewhere there is another man whose life is all her celebration. I'll seize on him, and all his yield and flowing I shall turn to stone. It happens, ever this two of us in you. How can I make self be born, but where desire has gone before me? How can she bring one to other, but where I am self to give? And listen, even in this moment, somewhere in the world, a girl's virginity is loosed, a young man's seed first shed. A Hippolytus dies, and Fedra's name lives on, where any feel a love that dare not speak. Now you, king, man, reach to your son. Into your arms accept him. In a blindness you killed him. Wrong choice was yours to take. You took it. Hippolytus, he is your father. Lay aside your hatred of him. Through his error is your failing judged. It has its rightness that this is how you die. I leave you. Dying is for man. Your life's in all our company. You die alone. The moment for Hippolytus is near.
Oh, lady, sweet lady of the earth, farewell. I walked with you so long. You go from me so easy. I must not say my father kills me. Only my unyielding. My lady alone was not enough.
Oh, why do we not see till our one chance of living is all wasted? Only as we pass into the dark come clear in the head, there the road we should have taken to be whole.
What is this strange twilight closing round me? Father, take me, straighten me. I must not die in this disorder.
Oh, son, my son. How can any call me father? Your dying so accuses me.
Death is here. Look, the gates below are opening.
No! Do not leave me in this guilt.
Guilt, sir. Not you have killed me, not my father.
You say that. I am made clean by your forgiving.
I am your son and hers. I set you free.
Oh, son, I never saw your worth till now. True son.
Hope, then, that your legitimate sons shall gladden you as much.
I find you only now, and now must lose you.
I find a father, and must go from him.
No, son, stay. Be strong and live.
My strength and living are all done. Father, quickly, cover my face.
We that live on have yet to learn the measure of our loss. And oh, my pain, through all my days to come, this memory of what the heart can do.
Hippolytus, by Euripides, was given in a version by David Rudkin. Anton Lesser played Hippolytus, Sian Phillips, Fedra, Norman Rodway, the king, and Constance Chapman, the nurse. A man of the household was played by Sean Barrett, a young woman by Kate Binchy, Artemis by June Tobin, and Aphrodite by Nerissa Knights. The play was directed by John Tiedemann. David Rudkin's version of Hippolytus was originally produced by the Royal Shakespeare Company in November 1978, and the text is published by Heinemann.